Welcome to another episode of Northside Now. This is the podcast where we take you on a tour through all of the ministries and the latest happenings around Northside Church to keep you better connected with your church family. My name is Patrick, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Glenn Miller and Kevin Bryan.
Good day, sir. How art thou?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very adventi.
Yeah? Did you eat a lot of turkey last week?
What about a venti?
Adventi.
No.
Adventi. Not venti, but adventi.
You're a venti latte from Starbucks?
I'm
It
venti.
would be pumpkin spice. When did they stop serving those, Patrick?
Oh,
I don't know.
hopefully now.
They're still selling them.
But didn't they do like a holiday cheer?
Oh,
Holiday cheer?
they've already got their holiday menu out as well. Because,
Peppermint is making a appearance on the Chick-fil-A
is
menu.
it?
I'm all-
Yes. Actually, I have partaken of the peppermint. I have to quickly get to that every year.
I'm all about seasonal beverages.
Yes.
I love a good peppermint mocha at Starbucks now. You know, I'm switching
All
off
right.
the pumpkin spice to the peppermint.
I have one thing I can get at Starbucks.
What's that?
The medicine ball. That's all I know.
What is that?
It's a tea of concoctions of stuff that helps you with your sinuses and throat and stuff like that. So it's really good.
Interesting.
But so what is venti?
Does it taste really good?
It does taste good. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Venti is like their, I guess you'd say large.
Is it large or tall or what?
Okay, we're not
Or
gonna.
tall
Okay,
different?
like
Is that Italian?
let's get
What is
into
that?
Starbucks sizes here because
There's
there's
many.
The small is
All right,
called
so-
a tall, which
But
is
stop. So do all coffee shops use this?
no,
lingo now?
no.
So only them, right?
This is just Starbucks.
so
And
Dunkin' Donuts. That you don't go to
No.
Dunkin' Donuts and say I want a venti. They'll
You
allow
can.
you.
You
Well, they know what
can.
that is.
That's just like going to Burger King and asking for a McMuffin.
you can. They'll just laugh at you.
You could.
all right.
but-
So I want to make sure because I'm not a coffee guy.
This is-
I'm not a coffee shop guy.
This
so I
is
don't.
just Starbucks, and it makes no sense because their small is called a tall, which is American for bigger, you know, large.
American.
Well, because then we have grande. Grande is their like medium, but grande is Spanish
Large.
for large.
But it's not a large, it's a medium.
But it's not a large, it's a medium. And then we have venti, which is their large, but that's Spanish for 20. So
So,
so
is
their
this-
sizes are big, large,
and 20.
and 20.
So are they trying to like these are not the droids you're looking for?
They're just trying to confuse people. I don't know. I really don't know the convention behind their naming there.
so is this trying to be like a Jedi mind trick that you're doing something, or is it just teaching different languages to people?
Well, I think there's really good reasons for them, but they don't make immediate sense. Like,
Okay.
I think venti it has to do with 20, right? What you said, they're like 20 ounces.
I think it's more than 20 ounces, isn't it?
I think it could be 20 ounces in the hot. The cold's different, right? It's a different size.
It's a different size
and-
cup, yeah.
Oh wait,
It's
so
confusing.
colds have different. You call it a different size if it's cold.
bit-
No,
Venti-
you call them a different size, but it's a different size cup.
Correct. It's a bigger
If it's-
amount.
So I
of
don't know
cold,
if it's a bigger cup because they put ice in it, so it's the same amount of liquid, maybe.
probably.
See, now that's where I just can't get into that whole coffee culture thing. That's all totally Greek to me.
But you know one thing what just happened? We advertised for Starbucks.
well, we didn't want
Get
to
you
do
to
that.
talk about them. It worked.
But that was,
it
I
worked.
guess that was my question though: is do all coffee
No.
places you have the same lingo?
No.
I mean, when it comes to the actual beverages, like a latte or a mocha, because a latte is just coffee with more milk, and a mocha is just coffee with chocolate in it. And those terms will usually stay the same. Now, you know, when you get into the more flavored stuff, they'll each have their own.
Well, and see, it's interesting because I mean, we were working in a coffee shop for a while, and Americanized coffee. You know, you think of a macchiato. What do you think about with a
I have no clue.
macchiato?
A motorcycle?
It's a sugar-based
It's a motorcycle.
drink. Okay. But like a real macchiato is just or an espresso is a real small cup of highly concentrated coffee. But here, I mean, you're getting usually water and sugar and some sort of creamer kind of things. And it's a drink. It's a coffee drink.
Well,
but it's
and
not the same as the
usually
Italian.
what it is you actually get like the little cup of espresso, but rather than just drinking that by itself, they like put that in something else. So you're still getting the same espresso, but it's like when I order an espresso beverage here, it's like whatever the beverage is, and they just throw a shot of espresso in there. So when you say I need 4 extra shots of espresso, they just like
Right.
put 4 of those little
See,
cups
when you
in
say
there.
espresso here, I'm thinking, what can I espresso there? You know,
There's no X.
Do I,
It's
do I espresso over the yonder?
It's like
I know.
fed espresso.
That's one of my
Or
pet
can I have an
peeves
espresso?
is when people
An
say
expressway,
espresso, and I'm
an
like,
espresso on the expressway.
So
I just don't know these things.
Patrick is a purist in music, coffee. What
Look,
else?
everything. I just prefer things to be done correctly.
Done right, right?
According
You
to
know.
Patrick,
Well, no, there's a word, and I just expect you to use the word correctly. Express and espresso are two different words, and they mean two different things.
now these are days where I wish we were videotaped this, because whenever you say espresso, you have like your hand kind of goes
Finger
out.
goes up.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting little thing every time. Espresso. Well, let's talk about something I do know about. Have you been driving around West Tennessee lately? You may have noticed there's a lot of little calves around. It's calving season for a lot of people with cows.
Oh, I have not noticed that.
I have not.
There is
noticed
nothing cuter on the planet than a baby cow, a calf. Those are so cute.
After a few hours.
Yeah, they're kind of oily and wet looking at first, but they're so cute. So pay attention to the pastures when you're out running around. You might see a cute cow.
Don't tell my wife.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell her.
So you're going to have a cow.
Oh, she wants one
An
bad.
alpaca, a goat. What else are you going to have in your yard?
Whatever she can get her hands
It
on.
sounds
Trit.
like you're going to have
Trit
like
your dog.
a heifer project arc in your yard. So, speaking.
Or a grass fire.
Oh, goodness.
A lot of those.
Yeah, there's been a lot. So it's kind of bad.
Yeah, have you had to call 911?
No,
anymore?
not since the day I did. And so now I feel kind of like I should join the volunteer fire department.
You should.
That'd be fun.
You really should.
I really should. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd carry around all that gear. There's a lot of reasons that'd be a good idea.
Oh.
Hey, we have Sundi Meyer and Lee Russell coming in here, and Dr. Nichols, but I messed that up. That's coming up December 3rd and 10th, and we're going to talk a lot about that. So let's go ahead and invite them on in, and maybe they will leave their espressos out there. All right, we're here today with Sundi Meyer and Lee Nichols. Russell. Lee Nichols Russell.
I have many names.
That always throws me off too sometimes. But
Nichols at work, Russell
Yeah.
at church.
The one with many names.
it's funny. I've never done that. I've never done that either. That's really funny. I've always said just Lee Russell, and the Nichols part throws me off. But
Yeah.
I looked at you and went, "Whoa, that's Lee Nichols. Oh, that's Lee Russell there." And y'all are part of the Christmas Mission Mart this year, once again. So thank you for doing that, along with Meg Montgomery, who couldn't be here today
She's
while
our
recording.
banker.
Yes.
She's probably banking.
Yeah.
We should have recorded this on a bank holiday. But thank y'all for heading that up for all these years. And we're looking forward to another Christmas Mission Mart this year. So tell us first off, when is Christmas Mission Mart this year?
It's the first two Sundays in December, which are
They're approaching rapidly.
Yes.
December 3rd and 10th.
So December 3rd and 10th, Christmas Mission Mart in the Narthex areas, before and after services. You can pay by check, credit card, cash,
Yes.
goats,
Yes. Chickens.
chickens. So cash, checks, or credit card. Do we have a preference over which one?
We prefer check or cash so we don't have to pay the extra fees.
Yeah, for using the online services. This year is pretty much the same list it has been for every other year. I'm going to read that list so that you know what's going on out there. And then I want to have these ladies tell us kind of why we do this and how this money is used. So this year we're going to support Area Relief Ministries, or these are going to be the cards you can support. Area Relief Ministries, or ARM, Birth Choice, El Aidante in Nicaragua, the Gamasara Church in Tanzania, Africa, Hope Recovery Center, Jackson Madison County Foster Parent Association, Hands Up, Our Father's House in Tanzania, Regional Interfaith Association, or RIFA, and the Scarlet Rope Project. So those are our 10 agencies for this year. So how did this come about? How did Christmas Mission Mart become about here at Northside?
I can't remember how many years it's been going on, but we just thought it would be good to have a place where people could donate money, like for Christmas gifts, to needy organizations, missions, both locally and abroad. Because so many people now, you don't ever know what to buy them for Christmas. They have everything. And so this is a good way to give somebody a gift and help support missions.
Yeah. Sundi, you're a teacher, so, you want another red apple sitting on your desk
No, not another candle either.
or a candle?
Right. But it is a good thing. And I always love it when a student brings me something for one of these organizations and say that they have given money to support one of these worthy causes, especially if it's somewhere that's near and dear to me, somewhere that I go and support yearly. So it's a great thing. And these organizations definitely need support. They love it when they get these donations. And, it's just a great thing. And Lee and I love to support this each year and to sit and take this money.
I have never met a woman that wouldn't sit and take money. That's always a good thing to do.
Yep.
It's also a good reminder this time of year that Christmas is not just about giving material gifts. I mean, so many people need things right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we're just oblivious to that.
Yeah, it really is a great dual thing because we're helping out the agencies, which we help in many ways, and they're a part of our community, many of them, or they're a part of our church life. And then you're getting to give somebody something that says, hey, I was thinking about you, but I think so much of you that I want, you would be cool with me helping others and doing that. And I know I love getting these little cards through the mail. So when they come, they get a card, and then do they get to fill that out, or how does that work?
They do.
Some people get cards, some people do not. But the cards are a way of some people put them in their Christmas cards when they send them out.
Yeah.
As just a thank you for what you've done for me and whatever.
Yeah.
Good teacher gifts, like
Yes.
Sundi said. You could give them to your Sunday school teachers, his kids. But the way we did this years and years ago, I think it might have been, I don't know if it was actually an agency in the Mission Mart, but it was Heifer Project.
Right.
And we did that, I think probably even before we knew about the Christmas Mission Mart, because it was one of those things where we wanted to show somebody we appreciated them, but we maybe weren't super close with them. And then we just wanted to challenge them to something else, something different.
Yeah.
And so we said, well, let's do this. And financially, you could still get what you might have wanted to spend on them anyway. And it's then something like you said, Lee, a lot of people already have everything. So what are you going to give them that means something to show them that you care about them? And we've loved doing it.
Yeah.
Because most people these days go and buy what they want anyway. And
Well, that's
they
true.
don't need anything for Christmas.
Right.
I'm the world's worst. My daughters hate me for that. They're like, Dad, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And then I give them a list of these things I need. And they're like, we don't want to go buy you a shaving kit, Dad, for you to, or a new wallet. We want to get, something you want. So, yeah. So this right here, and I always love these kinds of things, to say that somebody's helping them at Gamasara or Scarlet Rope or wherever, that someone donated money to help these people because they need the stuff or the support way more than I do. So
I'm going to ask a weird question. I think I already know the answer, but is there any minimum or maximum amount?
No.
Some people just do $1 to each thing. Some people do 50 or 100 each thing.
Okay.
So it's whatever you want to give, we'll take it.
It's awesome.
And
Yeah.
you can give as much or as little, like Lee said, and then get cards to each one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So December 3rd and December 10th, those are both Sunday mornings, before each service in the both narthexes are both lobby areas. So
During those services.
Okay.
So.
And also, if you don't have your money on those Sundays, you can come by the church, and Jana at the front desk will have the cards and envelopes up there.
Okay.
So you can purchase them during the week. Now, my understanding is during the week, you can only pay with cash or a check. You cannot use a credit
Right.
card for that time. Credit cards are a Sunday morning only thing, right?
That's right.
So definitely do that. Yeah, you can come by anytime during that week.
Yeah.
Or maybe you bought all I have was $5 or whatever, and then you realize this is cool. I want to go buy more, but I'm not going to be here the next Sunday or whatever.
Right.
And so I know people travel with holiday travel and stuff. So it gives them a good opportunity to participate in this. Christmas Mission Mart is one of those great things, that we look forward to every year. Enjoy seeing y'all out there, and it kind of decorates even a little bit more the facility. And it's just a wonderful time to be reminded in this season of giving where God gave so much for us that we can give back as well. So what else is going on in outreach? Anything exciting going on? We've been collecting coats lately.
Right.
Coats for kids that don't have any. And so that's going on through the end of this month.
Yeah. And then after the first of the year, I think we're going to be looking at collecting some goods for some of the agencies. We're not 100% sure yet exactly what that'll be, but after the first quarter mission Mart, our first quarter mission Mart, the first quarter mission, I just get Mart. It just flows off your tongue so well. So, everybody say it with me 3 times. Christmas Mission Mart. So we'll be putting that information out right after the first of the year of some of the things we'll be doing for that first quarter. Missions and outreach has been busy this past year. Been a lot going on. So we thank both of y'all for serving in this capacity. Again, December 3rd and 10th in the morning, Christmas Mission Mart. If you've never been a part of this, it's really one of the cool things that we do as far as gift giving in lots of areas and ways.
I mean, give it a try. There's not a minimum amount, so nobody should not be doing it.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, just come by and talk to us.
That's right.
Come by and,
I'll take your money.
you might get talked into buying something.
There's a wide, diversity of organizations this year, and so we try to be very meticulous in who we choose to put in them.
We have some local and some international.
That's right.
And even some of these really go a little bit beyond our local. The Jackson-Madison County Foster Parent Association, I know them and Scarlet Rope, RIFA, and Hands Up. They tend to draw from all of the West Tennessee Birth Choice Area Relief. They tend to draw from all West Tennessee, not just our city limits. So we even have some regional action going on. Again, that's Area Relief Ministries, Birth Choice, LA Dante in Nicaragua, Gamasara Church in Tanzania, Africa, Hope Recovery Center, Jackson-Madison County Foster Parent Association, Hands Up, Our Father's House in Tanzania, Africa, Regional Interfaith Association, or RIFA, and the Scarlet Rope Project. And there's little sheets that will be out everywhere that you can learn about these, and we'll put them up on the website as well. And you can contact us through the website, through the phone number at church, 731-668-0617, or Sunday, December 3rd. Come by and see Sundi and Lee. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. For everybody that comes by, I want y'all to keep track of this, all right? So everybody that comes by and says, I heard about Northside Now on the podcast. I heard that y'all were doing Christmas Mission Mart, and I heard the podcast. I'm going to make sure Patrick adds $5 to the total of everything that's done this year.
Excellent.
So
good challenge.
So $5. So for every person that says, I heard Patrick's going to make sure that he adds $5 to it. So
Patrick's going to do this.
Yep, Patrick's going to add $5 to the thing. And
to everybody that heard it.
To everybody. So everybody comes by your booth and says, hey, I heard about this on the podcast. You just mark $5.
We need 100 people to
$5. So we need, we need 100 people to come by.
Okay, poor Patrick.
Well,
lucky Patrick.
He was excited to be able to pop that out there. So a little challenge for you, Northside.
All right, Northside. So, you heard it here.
There you go. So, well, thank y'all so much for coming in and spending a little bit of time with us today and just talking about the Mission Mart. And it's such an important thing that we do. It's a great way to end the year. So thank y'all for doing that.
Well, thank you, Glenn, for being our new outreach person.
Well, thank you. When we sit down to learn about this, Lee was sitting next to me, and I don't know if she saw my eyes getting bigger and bigger and bigger. People don't realize what all happens. You're just like, hey, this is cool. I get a card. I get to do. There's a lot more to this.
Yes, there is.
There's a lot more to this.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize. I knew some of it, but I sure didn't realize all the little things.
You see now why they just say, y'all are going to continue to do this, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So, and if you'd like to help, come out and visit people and take those requests, from the Northside Now Challenge. Get in touch with Sundi. I think she's the scheduler person for people to help serve the tables.
Come on out.
Come on out. All right. Well, thank y'all for dropping by. And Christmas Mission Mart, December 3rd and December 10th here at Northside in your local lobby.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
See you there.
I will say I have seen great heroism in the world. I mean, I know Audie Murphy was the most decorated guy of World War II, and I've seen every movie there has to do with heroes and superheroes, but I don't think I've ever seen a hero quite like you, Patrick.
We're going to have a discussion about this. See, this is what happens when I leave the room.
No one can argue that he steps up when he's called upon.
That is exactly right. Just steps right into the gap for all the people.
I admire that.
Yeah.
So $5. For everyone that goes and says, hey, I heard about you at Northside Now. I heard about this on Northside Now.
I'm going to have to break open all my Monopoly sets to find that many $5 bills.
That's really funny.
Cash in the silver coins.
It's really funny you say that. Celeste and Mark have been doing something with Clay where, he starts trying to learn the value of money. Well, they've been using some foreign money I'll save and give to him and stuff when I go on these trips, thinking they're going to be souvenirs. Well, that's what they're using for their money. So they're like have Wangler bucks is what they're calling them. So they're using this for me. So I've been looking up and I was like, Celeste, he needs another 10,000 of these to equal out. so I'm trying to teach Clay that, he's getting ripped off by his parents, but it's not working yet. But yeah, man, thanks for you stepping up in a big way. If you hear this episode and you go up to the Christmas Mission Mart in the lobby, Patrick's going to dish out an extra $5 to the total of the time, so that'd be good.
Yeah,
We're gonna make it happen.
I never agreed to this.
Well, but that's what heroes do. You're just the hero we need for this time frame, and not the one we deserve, but the one we need.
We'll see what happens.
But definitely do. If it's not Patrick, I know somebody. I can get somebody to donate some extra money per deal. So definitely say you heard it from Northside Now about Christmas Mission Mart, and somebody's going to get a little extra special honor. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, great episode. So important to what we do and how we're able to gift. Gifts do kind of get a little out of control. And this kind of, I think, is one way of bringing a little bit of balance back to that. We've had a lot of people, they're teachers and stuff. We talk about that. And I know the staff and different people, I really do appreciate when we get gifts of these things, except for those cookies from Jingle Jam. There's really nothing else I need in this world. So it's like Sundi says, if we need it, we just have to go buy it.
Yeah.
Which is just not how it was all designed to be, I don't think. But anyways, Christmas Mission Mart, December 3rd, December 10th in the narthex. And during that week in the office area, if you want to use your credit card and need to, you can do that online, but also you can do that at the table. But during the week when you come in to the office, it's cash or check only. Good stuff, and definitely check that out this year. Patrick, I know we have a ton of stuff coming up because now we are in Advent.
We are in it.
We're checking things off the list, though. The closer we get to the end of the year, the fewer things we got.
I noticed last time it was a little shorter.
Shorter. It's going to be a little shorter this week, too.
So what we got?
So this Sunday, Christmas Mission Mart, obviously.
Yeah.
And also Jingle Jam at 6 o'clock.
Woohoo!
Now, this is on the 3rd. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. You got your Christmas suit ready?
It's ready.
Yeah.
I gave it a test the other day, and it's ready to roll.
I found my beard ornaments, so I might break out the beard ornaments again.
I've got my costume ready. Not really a costume, but wardrobe option.
Bust out your sweaters and your pajamas, whatever.
You're in charge of the games.
I am.
Three of them. Even if we don't have something this year, maybe for next year, we need to implement like some sort of a costume contest, or like maybe not costume, but like whatever Christmas apparel contest. Who has the best?
What would be the prize?
I don't know. See, that's for our game master to come up with.
The game master.
Which is a new Hunger Games movie.
There is
I was just going to say,
yes.
It's a tie-in.
There we go.
Product placement.
There we go.
Starbucks.
I wish we were getting some of that Hunger Games money. Come on.
It seems like they just kind of like, oh, here's a new Hunger Games movie. There's a couple movies like that. They just popped out.
But isn't this based on a
here's another
book?
movie.
It is, yeah.
There's another book.
She came out with another book a couple of years ago.
I haven't read the book, but
I haven't either.
Didn't even know that there was more coming down the way. So.
Yeah. It's like a prequel to the the other Hunger Games movies.
Oh, did that not work out very well for Star Wars? So why would you try it with another franchise?
I mean, depending on how you look at it, I think it worked out very well for Star Wars.
Well, eventually, yeah. But,
so what other movie franchises have had good prequels?
Good prequels?
Or a successful one?
where they've come
to
back.
your point,
and
yeah.
I would argue Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Temple of Doom was a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What about the Yellowstone franchise?
I haven't watched Yellowstone, but I have watched 1883, and it was
I think
pretty
that
good.
might be right.
Definitely. Both the 1883 and the 1923.
1923, yeah.
Star Trek has tons of that. I think
Star Trek
done well.
does. Yeah. I would actually, Star Trek may be of those top super monsters at the
Had
top.
prequel TV shows and prequel movies.
Yeah.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
Good question.
Getting back to our list.
Okay.
I had to find where I was on my list. Next Sunday, December the 10th, we are going to have Christmas Mission Mart again in the morning. And then that afternoon/evening, I guess, depending on how you classify that break, at 5:30 p.m., we're going to have our children's Christmas program called Symbols of Christmas.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes, so exciting.
Simba, no symbols.
Simba playing cymbals for
Symbol
Christmas.
of Christmas.
Yes, Symbols of Christmas.
Symbols of Christmas. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I've seen a few of the little things they're doing, and it looks cool.
Yeah. And then the next Tuesday, December the 12th, is the Joy Group's Christmas Luncheon. Our own Jared Hildenbrand will be bringing the USJ Choir to be the entertainment and sing some Christmas songs. I think that'll be a good time. You can find more information on that on the Joy Group page on the website, northsidejackson.com/joygroup. You can also sign up to attend there. And then coming up that weekend, December the 16th, is a Saturday evening, 7 p.m., is the first performance of the Christmas Cantata. If you're not able to come on Sunday morning, or if you've got friends or family in town, or you know someone that goes to a different church on Sunday morning and you want them to get a chance to check that out, they can come on that Saturday evening. That'll be a good time. And then the next morning, December 17th, we're going to have another performance of the Christmas Cantata at 10 o'clock a.m. There will be Sunday school that morning at 9 a.m. So the schedule for that morning is going to be 9 o'clock Sunday school, and then one service at 10 o'clock a.m. in the sanctuary, and that will be the Christmas Cantata. And then coming up the next week, Christmas Eve. And we're going to have one service that Sunday morning in Hope Hall at 10 o'clock a.m., no Sunday school. And then that evening, 5 o'clock p.m., 7 o'clock p.m., our regular Christmas Eve services in the sanctuary. December 27th, no Wednesday night activities. So stay home or just don't come here. Go see some family. And then December the 31st is New Year's Eve. And we will have one service again at 10 o'clock a.m. that morning, this time in the sanctuary. No Sunday school. And then on January 3rd, there will also be no Wednesday night activities. And I guess I should mention also that the church office will be closed on December 25th for Christmas and December 26th, the day after Christmas. But then on the 27th and 28th, the office will be open. So if you need to bring in anything, Monica will be here. If you need to bring any last end of the year checks or anything like that, the office will be open on the 27th and 28th, but we will be closed on the 25th and the 26th. Well, guys, thanks for podcasting with me. And thanks to all of you out there in the world for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from us, you can follow us on Instagram at Northside Now Podcast. Go to our website, northsidejackson.com, or email us at podcast@northsidejackson.com. We hope to hear from you soon. Once again, this is Patrick.
This is Glenn.
I'm Kevin.
And that's what's happening at Northside Now.
Bye-bye.